Always delicious things coming from the smoke pit area out at the historic Loveless Cafe. Pitmaster George is back with us, this time sharing the recipe for their Blackberry barbecue chicken. And boy, it's hard to concentrate even being closer to all of this, but always we love it when you're here. If you will start us out in the process, and when people do chicken, especially when they barbecue chicken, what's the #1 mistake that they make?
Well, most people dry it out too much. And one of the keys to not drying out your barbecue chicken is to brine it beforehand.
Okay.
And that's something that we do with ours about a day or two ahead of time.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and get it started right now.
Okay, all right. What we start with, actually, it's two processes, basically, Leland. We brine the chicken 2 days ahead of time. We pat it dry. We season it with our dry rub that has a little extra brown sugar in it. And then we either smoke it, or we bake it, or you can grill it. We have cut ours in half. You can cut it any way you'd like to cut it.
Okay, all right.
So that's important. But if you are grilling it and it's in pieces, always start with the dark meat first, because that doesn't dry out as quickly as the white meat does.
Okay,
so
all right.
That's essential. We're going to make the barbecue chicken the Blackberry barbecue recipe. First, we've started with some onions, green bell peppers, some garlic, and some crushed red pepper. And we've sauteed that, and basically we've made this translucent.
Okay.
And then we'll add to that, we're going to add some molasses, and we're going to add some honey, and we're going to then replace one of our sugars, which would normally be brown sugar.
Right.
We're going to replace that with some blackberry jam from the Loveless Cafe.
And you were telling me earlier that with this it's blackberry jam, but you could substitute that jam for something else.
You can use any jam you want, really. Basically, you're just using it as the sugar in the process.
Okay.
And what we will do with these sugars, we will caramelize it. Obviously, we don't have enough time today to do that, but we will caramelize that. We'll stop the process with apple cider vinegar.
Okay, all right.
Okay, and then we add ketchup, yellow mustard, and some Worcestershire sauce to that. And we simmer it just for a little while, and it's done, basically.
All right, super.
And then we have, through the miracle of television, we have some already complete. And what we'll do here is we'll take this chicken that we have already smoked. Now, like I said, you can bake it or you can grill it, and we'll put this barbecue sauce on it, and kind of just make sure we cover it real well.
And you were talking earlier, something I learned back in my 4-H barbecue days with chicken.
Sure.
Is we were talking earlier, make sure that you don't put that sauce on too early.
That's correct. You want to cook your chicken almost completely done. I say 80 to 90% done, because the sugars in that sauce, that's what scorches.
Okay.
So you want to make sure you don't do that too soon.
All right,
Correct.
so we got this set, and then what's our next process here?
Well, what we'll do is we will put this back in our case, in the smoke pit at the Loveless. But you can use an oven or a grill, just like I said. And you want it to caramelize a little bit. But like we just talked about, not too long, because we don't want it to scorch, because now it has a lot of sugar on it. And that's the finished product. That's it right there. And now if you don't want to make your own barbecue sauce, we do have that available at the Hams and Jams Market. We have our dry rub available as well.
You even have a blackberry barbecue sauce that you can buy.
We absolutely do, and it's fabulous.
All right, that's what it looks like when everything is said and done. So you go out there, get that, get some biscuits too. Blackberry barbecue chicken is the recipe. The number is 5423. Online now in the recipe sections of newschannel5.com. You will find Pitmaster George hard at work at the historic Loveless Cafe on Highway 100 out on the west side of town, out in the Bellevue area. As always, thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Leland. It's a pleasure.